Great human beings and seekers of the truth. Swagatam, welcome to you all. Hearty salutations, hearty congratulations, hearty gratitudes, and a deep hearted prayers to the divine to bless we, the innocent, humble servants of Him and Sanatana Dharma, that we continue studying, learning, doing sadhana, getting the experiences, and becoming instruments in the hands of the Lord in serving the Dharma. Welcome. Remember all the 13 Vyaktitvas we have to develop in us. Samskrita Bhasha Pravina, Shanta Gambhira, Prerita, Parishrami, Sadhaka, Shrota, Jignasu, Mumukshu, Shishya, Dibhakta, Viragi, Dharma Sevaka, and Loka Sevaka. And who are our six blessing sources? Mother Shakti, Adibarak Shakti Mata, Ishvara, our Ishtadevata, then the Parabrahma Tattva. The other side, the Devata Ganas, the Guru Ganas, and the Shastra Gana. At this very moment only, become acutely calm, quiet, Shanta, and feel within. Make Sankalpa within that we use every moment of our life in tuning to these six sources of protection, blessing, so that our Vyaktitva through those 13 steps gets blossomed and we actually are doing the spiritual things to be done and fulfilling our life in spiritual growth. Welcome all. Great Shastra. By the now, you must be very clear how beautiful is this Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayam, which is under our study and discussion. Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranam, we are seeing how many of the jewels, pearls of wisdom that are spread out for us to collect and make use of any time. The ball is in our court. All Shastras, their glorious guidance. Now we are open to it. Nobody in the world can resist us, stop us from collecting all those precious diamonds of wisdom. Use them for adorning our life with great undertakings, great performances, great achievements. Ninth Sarga we are in the Karma Nirupanam. Here the Vasanas, the Mana, Sankalpas in the Mana, and that type of behavior that leading to again those Vasanas, all the relation between them are explained. Thus, that shows that one side we are the beings continuously living from many, many lives earlier, in future also will continue. What we are, what we become is decided by what we have done so far and what we can do now. The now is in our hands. If that is understood and if that now is used for the best of the efforts, that continuously will be in a glorious, beautiful stage. That's the topic we are studying in this Navama Sarga. Let us continue what further guidance Sri Vasishtha ji is giving through Sri Rama Bhagavan to all. Let us be committed in our learnings. Let us be fully strong in our initiatives and continuing the sadhanas which we start. Let us start our prayers, sankalpa, and do the study. Followed by this, we'll have Atma Modha. Just 6 to 8 slokas are left. Then we do our Skanda Purana. great stories. Then our uh, beginning of Katha Upanishad, Parayanam with Shankara Bhashyam in our Prasthanatraya Parayana Karyakrama during this Chaturmasas. See, Ishakena, two Upanishads are done. In that way, all also are done. Mahatpunya it is. Keep the book in front. You can open it even in online also. That is there in various sites. Then you can follow. Have the joy of spiritual things. Any amount it is done with whatever the depth or superficiality. It will have its own first effect of saving us from doing anything wrong at that time. Second effect of at least some or the other result positive will definitely incur to us. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsarusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah Om Yairime Gurubihi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyatah Sarvasachasत्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने ॐ कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम् तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृत जलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराण इतिहास संतवाङ्मय उक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां भक्तिज्ञानवेदान्तादि योगादिप्रक्रियाणां भक्त परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां भक्त शिष्य साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु श्रोतॄणामाश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन द्वारा प्रेरणोत्साह ज्ञानादीनां द्वारा सनातन धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयागादि साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं विश्वे भारतवर्षे च सनातनधर्मस्य सम्पूर्ण सम्यक् प्रतिष्ठापनार्थं विश्वे सना धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थ स्थापनाद्वारा विश्वसंरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां श्रोतॄणां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मभक्ति भगवद्भक्ति गुरु भक्ति शास्त्र भक्ति साधना भक्ति देवता भक्ति सत्संग भक्ति धर्म भक्ति सनातन धर्म भक्ति देश भक्ति सेवा भक्ति माता पितृभक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम अध्ययनम साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओं श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभाति अवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओं श्रीरामचन्द्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। द्वितीय प्रकरणं मुमुक्षु व्यवहार प्रकरणं नवमः सर्गः दैव कर्मनिरूपणं नाम। Friends, what a beautiful subject we are very fortunate to listen to. Let us be more fortunate by choice, by being regular, by being sincere, by being very attentive, by being very sharp and subtle in catching the thoughts given, and by being a committed person to do our sadhanas and transformations in our life, which are in our hands, which we alone can do. Nobody else can do it for us. Even God, Guru, Shastra, they give all guidance. With that, their job ends. Our job starts. That it is we deliberately, consciously have to mold ourselves in living life as per the Shastra. Tasmat Shastram Brahmanante Karya Karya Vyavastito till it becomes our first nature. That is the way for redemption. That is the only way for the redemption. So the karma nirupanam is the subject that is under discussion. Okay. Hmm. We are seeing yesterday sloka number up to mm, 33 Vesa, but from the mantra number 30 onwards, important thoughts are there. Let us repeat, let us try to see whether we grasp them or not, whether we are sincere about this knowledge or not, or are we reckless and careless, irresponsible for our own lives improvement. Let us check. In the 30th mantra, Shri Vaashishtha ji says कि शुभाशुभाभ्यां मार्गाभ्यां वहन्ति वासना सरितु पौरुषेण प्रयत्नेन योजनीया शुभे पथि. So vasana sarit vahanti. The river of the vasanas vahanti carries us when we leave it to it in two margas. One is Shubha and another is Ashubha marga. These vasanas which carry us in the present, in the Shubha and Ashubha marga, are because they are formed in our innumerable past lives. Let us be very clear about it. So, at this very moment, what sort of thought is coming in my mind is because of the Shubha Shubha vasanas which I carried in the past, created in the past. So, vasana saritu, vasana sarit vahati, vahanti, shubha shubhabhyam margabhyam, in everybody's heart. In them, paurushena prayatnena. What is the role of our paurusha prayatna in the present? Yojaniya shubhe pathi. That always we have to put ourselves in the shubha marga only. That means what? Whenever the Shubha samskaras come in the form of wanting to do the Shubha karma, never postpone it. Immediately involve in them. Then what about when Ashubha thoughts come because of Ashubha Vasanas? That time again the other Baliya Dudvan Paurusha, not to do that, again they are also doing the Shubha. Like this class coming. Definitely I'll attend this class. That thought comes. That's because of Shubha Vasana. So execute it with Purusha Prayatna, not missing that beautiful inspirational thought. Same way, the other day, next day, the very same time, here the class is anyway going on, but the Ashubha Samskara tries to overtake us, become predominant in taking to us somewhere else. Now, should we that time listen to again the Vasana? Then we have not done our Paurusha. With our Baliya Paurusha, self effort, we have to bring ourselves to the Shubha Marga. That is the second line. First to Paurushena Prayatnena Yojaniya Shubhe Pathi. Hmm. So, how much ever Ashubha comes, still we have to put ourselves in Shubha Marga. We should not leave ourselves dominated by the Ashubha Vasanas if they are there. That choice, that Purushartha to put in the Shubha, even though Vasanas tempt to prompt us to go in the Shubha, that choice, that free will is Purusha, we can anytime execute it. And execute it is so much, so much, so much that how much ever the non-positive things coming inside and outside with whatever the past, still we are in the positive marga only. I gave you the same example 100 times. Such a commitment that 1,000 times the desire to eat sweets come because of the earlier vasanas. But in the present, the commitment to protect the earth health is so much that through the Paurusha Prayatna that is avoided because I am diabetic or any other such things. See that? This is where our role comes. This is where we are given always a chance, a license, a permission to save ourselves, protect ourselves. Unfortunately, other than us, nobody can help us at this junction. See the next sloka again, 31. Ashubheshu samavishtam shubheshvevataraya swam manaha purusharthena balena balinam vara. A balinam vara. Vara is sreshta. Balinam among strong people. The best among the strong people, here Rama, Swamanaha, one's own mind, your own mind, Purusharthena Malena, with strong Purushartha, self effort, free will, Shubheshu Eva Avataraya. Put your mind in Shubha Karma only, Ashubheshu Samavishtam, even though for whatever the reasons, the mind has the Ashubha Samskaras expressing as Sankalpa for doing the Ashubha things. That Ashubha can be an hour extra sleep in the morning. That Ashubha can be any of the Kamanas, any of the Bhoga. The Ashubha can be any excessive worldliness beyond our dharma or requirement. From all of that, by Balena Purusharthena Shubheshu Eva Avataraya. Say this 3 times. Balena Purusharthena Shubheshu Eva Avataraya. Balena Purusharthena Shubheshu Eva Avataraya. Balena Purusharthena Shubheshu Eva Avataraya Swammanaha. Ashubheshu Avishtu. Even though, if you really claim to be the Balinam Vara, the physical Bala where we defeat the people who are lesser powerful than us physically. That is okay. But the inner real Bala is all our past of whatever the non positive, trying to put our mind in the Ashubha, yet with present Purushartha, Baliya Purushartha, putting ourselves in a Shubha Marga is the real Balam. The inner victory is the real strength. And it is a lagatar continuous war. and we have to be ready to fight that war. I know, like India has the war with the Pakistan, China, proxy or silent. Continuously you have to fight it. No way. So to the war with the Prakriti, war with the and dishonest people in the country who are eating away the country, not serving. And the war people with the people within in the nation, they are only a liability. The देश को हमेशा करना ही पड़ता है. So to our Hindu Sanatana Dharma, these two dushta rakshasas always try to trouble us. We have to continuously commit and do that war, endless. So too in the Swarga Devatas, always the Rakshasas are there getting ready to attack. So Devatas always have to be on that war footing, keeping themselves ready. Same way the sadhaka can never take it for granted. चलो मैंने जीत लिया मेरे अंदर के अशुभ वासनाओं को by doing the shubha karma in spite of ashubha vritti because of past vasanas. No. Again, next, that inner vasanas and so many things try to defeat us. है ना जो है ना जिंदगी एक जंग है जो कहते हैं ना वो 100% करेक्ट नॉट ओनली जिंदगी मोर इज द आध्यात्मिक जिंदगी वी हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर इट luckily we have all inspirations from the guru and shastras and through upasanas in fact we can get more and more required strength also using which that jang we can fight and win over. So again, I am chanting this most sacred mantra. Ashubheshu samavishtam swam manaha shubheshu eva avataraya balena purusharthena balinam vara. Balinam vara addressed to Ramji. Balena Purusharthena, with your very strong present effort, free will, Sammanaha, your own mind, Shubheshu eva avataraya, put it in the Shubha karma only. Ashubheshu samavishtam, when it is overpowered by the Ashubha inner vasana. It's trying to push us into do something non-spiritual, non-divine, but do it positive only. At the Vyavahara level also, the Vasana prompt us to become angry, become greedy. But the Shubha Purushartha in the present is the anger, that love and Kshama Guna, is the greed, that great act of charity, isn't it? This is how शुभ में ही हमारे मन को हमारे कर्मों को हमें अवतरण करते रहना चाहिए जब का तब लेट इट बिकम हैबिट and take day by day or activity by activity or incident by incident. Only be at that particular incident where we are avoiding the non-positive by replacing it the positive. पूरा लाइफ पूरा देखोगे तो डर जाओगे है ना एक दिन like I do this one class of mine I aim at that let me finish this class if I remember all the 6 classes 10 texts per day I'll be exhausted tired with the thought only because it's not easy every day to talk on so many shastras all of them are new only to me except one isn't it so one class at a time now this I focus now इसके बाद जो आत्मबोध होगा I don't even remember it अभी इसके ऊपर लेट मी कॉन्कर दिस वन डूइंग दिस क्लास वंस दिस इज ओवर देन द नेक्स्ट वन सेम वे एक एक इंसिडेंट एक एक अकेशन एक एक विचार एक एक कर्म अशुभ को शुभ से रिप्लेस करते जाना शुभे शिव दैट्स व्हाट वशिष्ठ जी हिमसेल्फ इज गोइंग टू से इन द नेक्स्ट 2 श्लोकास नेक्स्ट वन क्या कहा अशुभाचारितं याति शुभम तस्मादपि तरतु जंतोश्चित्तं तु शिशुवधो तस्मात् तत्चालयेत् बलात् एग्जांपल इज जंतोः चित्तमु शिशुवत् है ना द चित्त ऑफ द ह्यूमन बीइंग्स इज लाइक द चाइल्ड व्हाट इज दैट कि अशुभाद चालितम याति शुभम है ना व्हेन वी ट्राई टू पुल इट अवे from the Shubha and we succeed it in bringing to the Shubha. Then Tasmad Abhitaratu, little a movement of inadvertence, that is enough. Again, the mana is gone from the Shubha to the Ashubha. Example of this, Shishuvatu or child, your own children, any class of children, even youth also. Ki, when you order them, pado bait kar, when you are forcing them, then when you are there with the danda, they do that. Padai. Up 5 minutes you have gone here and there because you can't be the 24 घंटे चौकीदार. That is enough for that fellow. He takes out the cell phone and you are next to him only. You are seated in the kursi, he is seated in the sofa, book is in front, you are in your study or some nonsense, and then you think that fellow is studying. You don't know that in his book he has kept that cell phone and he is watching the movie. you know, ये सारे नाटक के सब लोग कर कर के बड़े हो गए कि नहीं. That is the example of the child. Apply on him the strict orders, rules. He is doing that study or other required thing. The moment you relax, they don't. They do something else. In many of the government offices also, if the boss is there and strict ordering, कि आज ये सारा काम होना चाहिए, then they are on the job. If the boss is absent or lenient, they are busy in gappe marna, canteen mein baithna. They don't work. Even at your home servants also. Isn't it? Especially when you have special work of renovation. See that? If the work is on contract basis, that this much money, 5 दिन में करना है, they do it in a different hurry burry without the perfection. If you don't put the number of days rule there, then they do it so slow, lazy, because they want to do it more days so that they can get more money. 4 दिन का काम 8 दिन करेंगे. अब 4 दिन में ही करना है कहोगे, देन 2 घंटे ज़्यादा लगाएंगे, लेकिन हाफ हार्टेडली हाफ हैज़र्डली दे डू. पूछो, जैसे आप तो इतना कम टाइम दिए. ऐसे ही होता है. देन डोंट पुट द टाइम स्पैन, दे डू मोर वर्क एंड दे से काम अच्छा होना है कि नहीं, इसलिए हमको ज़्यादा टाइम लगता. एवरीबडी इज इंटेलिजेंट इन चीटिंग nowadays. Like how intelligent you all are in cheating me by bunking the class. Bunking Chandra Chatterjee, you all are. How intelligently, so cutely you men write all as if I don't know, isn't it? And many are such a Mahatmas. Who cares this Swami? They don't even inform also. We are the Swami of our life. नहीं तो anyway है. So here Bhagavan says, Shishuvat, the chitta also, pull it from the Shubha, stays in Shubha, little lenience given, again goes back into Ashubha. That again famous example, long back we gave 2 months back. The chitta of ours is like a makhi now, the house fly, but it has to be made into madhumakhi. You know the difference of them? The makhi has no discrimination. Rather, it prefers only the dirty things only. Therefore, it falls on the dirty things. Again, suddenly it falls on the good, beautiful things also. But उसको मजा नहीं आता. Again, it goes to the dirt. It can be on a good flower, it can land. It can be on the field also, it can land. It can be on your own nose, it can be on some other thing. कहीं भी है ना, जैसे पूजा मंदिर में कहीं भी वो फूल पुष्प है, भगवान का है, वो जाके उधर भी लैंड करता है. Then all the puja wastes are there. There also the makhi goes. Our mind also is like that. Sometime in good noble thoughts, many a times again in the ignoble. Isn't it? This is general. Shubha Shubhabhyam Vasanas Sarit Vahanti. What about Madhumakhi? You don't see the honeybee anywhere going other than to the flower. Not interested in anything. The flower also only to that place where the honey is available. But it collects it. Our life also should be so choosy in the present Purushartha to be able to focus only on the Shubha Karma. Let the whole world around be tempting us to do Ashubha. Let the inner earlier Vasanas be pulling us towards the Ashubha. Yet, that ability is there in us, but we have to harness that. We have to bring it out. We have to make it functional. We have to bring it to the surface. More greater suggestion, idea, guidance than this, no guru, no shastra can give. And to you and I also, there's no greater thing to be learned and practiced than this, because on this alone, all our evolution depends in spite of everything odd. If you succumb to the odd, or if you justify the odd, or if we become weak in coming under its sway, even though the Purushartha Samartha is there, by not using it, nobody, including God, can help us. I really love this portion. You all also must love. Then apply it, whether it is in saving our country, whether it is in saving Sanatan Dharma, whether it is serving the society, whether it is doing good work in our various professions, whether it is in doing wonderful thing for our family members, friends, relatives. These are all Vyavaharik. Coming to spiritual also, in our doing upasanas, our yajnas, our satsangas, all of them we have to do depending on our own present पुरुषार्थ सामर्थ्य. हमारा व्यक्तित्व ऐसा बनना चाहिए दिन भर. अशुभात चालितम याति शुभम. When you pull it away from the ashubha, yeah, it will come to shubham. तस्माद अपि इतरत. शुभ से अशुभ भी जाएगा. जंतो हो चित्तम से शिशुवत. तस्मात, therefore क्या करना चाहिए? तत् चालयेत बलात्. Like the child has to be continuously coaxed and forced to do the positive things only, we have to do our own chitta forcefully to be brought in doing the positive things. उसको फ्रीडम देना ही नहीं. The two things which we destroy in our life, because of which we destroy ourselves and everything, is one, our own children by pampering them. Second, our own chittam by pampering it also. I know. न तो चित्त से लालनम. चित्त का लालन नहीं करना चाहिए. लालन मीन्स डूइंग वॉट एवर इट सजेस्ट. चित्त को निरंतर ब्रह्म तत्व में रखना चाहिए. सर्वदा स्थापनम बुद्धे है शुद्धे ब्रह्मणि सर्वथा तत्समाधानम इति उक्तम, न तो चित्त से लालनम. अम्मो, we generally justify our things and seek permission, certification, sympathy from others. You see that? It's such a most poisonous habit. And sometime when very difficult it is, okay, it's allowed, but it can't be regular, no? Once we start justifying regularly, we have taken the things for granted. Spiritual things especially, कभी भी हमको ना लीनियंस नहीं देना चाहिए खुद को. That's what real conquering. And then mind you, whole world we may conquer with our physical power, financial power, political power. But all of that is not a great achievement then. Conquering our own inner mind with our this intellect's knowledge, conviction, wherein never allowing it to go in the Ashubha Marga, always it is the Shubha Marga. ये खुद को जीतना सबसे बड़ा जय है किसी को भी. हाँ, अशुभात चालितम याति शुभम तस्मादपि इतरत. तस्मादपि इतरत means from the Shubha to the Ashubha. Janto ho chittam to shishuvat. Like the Shishu is the chitta of the Jantu, all of us. Tasmat, knowing this thing, chalayet balat. Again and again, the mind has to be brought into the positive thing only. How many times this portion we have to study for this knowledge to sink in? Information we are gathering, but it should become our knowledge. It should become our conviction. It should become the source of continuous inspirational endeavor for us. इसी के आधार पर हमें निरंतर करना है. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट इज मुझे अपनी तरक्की करनी है, इसलिए मुझे अपने आप को पॉजिटिव बनाना. This is the highest inspiration. I have to evolve, therefore I have to put the effort. That's the highest. If this happens, then you need not have other helps in doing this. If not, the other helps at the lower level. No, वशिष्ठ जी ने कहा है, ये रामचंद्र जी ने भी ऐसा ही किया, जो योगवास नामक महाशास्त्र में बताया, अब मुझे साधना करनी है, गुरुओं ने बोला है, ये नहीं किया तो पाप होगा. No, these are all also the reasonings by which from the negative to the positive we can come. They are also helpful. Use any one of them, every one of them which works. But best among them is this, because anytime our bhakti to the Guru or the Shastra may reduce उस दिन, फिर हम उस दिन लुढ़क जाते. We will be failing in putting our mind in positive. On the other hand, when it is from within, it is my life. I took charge of it. I have to evolve spiritually. For that, these sadhanas have to be done. But the mind and the situations tempt me, prompt me in the Ashubha Marga. I will not allow. Wow. All the time in that mode. देखो इस स्वयं के हाथ में है. भगवान गुरु जो कर सकते हैं they are already doing. है ना. भगवान sends the guru. His job ends. Guru teaches the Shastra. Guru's job ends. Shastra guides us. Shastra's job ends. Now our job is there. Krishna. Okay. In this shloka 33, my dear friends. Very, 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 very crucial, important shloka. The knowledge Bhagavan Vaashishtha ji is giving, which is given to us in Bhagavad Gita also in the 6th chapter. बहुत सुंदर है. धीरे धीरे हम समझेंगे. Take it to the heart. Never allow the arrogant intellect to say, ये तो सिंपल है, हम पहले से ही जानते हैं. और the sentimental mind to say, पर सुनने को ठीक है लेकिन अब नहीं. Or the lethargic intellect, it doesn't want to accept. Or the chitta which says, no, 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 we will not store this knowledge, we only store the nonsense. So don't allow the chitta to say, I will not store this knowledge. Don't allow the buddhi to say, no, no, I will not understand it. Don't allow the arrogance to neglect this knowledge. Don't allow the mind to become sentimental emotion, saying that मुझे इस श्लोक का ज्ञान नहीं चाहिए. This is how we have to manage ourselves. See that? He says, Samata Santvanenashu Nadrag iti Shanai Shanaihi Purushenaiva Yatnena Palayet Chitta Balakam. देखो, Palayet Chitta Balakam. Chitta Rupi Balaka, child. It can be human child, your own, or a small petty or puppy or kitten or जो भी है. How you bring it up. That art. First is what? Samatha. Samatha means be in that poised, balanced self of yours, not coming under influence of the emotional outburst, seeing the bigness of the challenge in front. Second is what? Santvanena. Again and again telling to oneself that I am spiritual, that I have to do good things. If I don't do the good, if I do the positive, negative, again and again I will fall. Again and again I miss the opportunity given. I go in the wrong track and destroy myself. It's called as Santunena. Then Ashu means slowly. Ashu means every time. Then Nadrag. Nadrag means not instantaneously, abruptly, zabardastiri. Then how? Shanai Shanai. Dhire Dhire. Then Paurushena Eva Yatnena. By your own Purusha Prayatna, Chitta Balakam. The Chitta Balaka, the child of your own Chitta, Palayet. Palayet means it should be brought from the Vasana Prabala negative Ashubha Marga into the intellectually convinced Shubha Marga. So, what are the three words? Samatha and Santwana, Shanai Shanai. Then the other two words are Chitta Balakam, Palayet. Then it one, the most important thing in the whole context is Paurushena Iva Yatnena. So Chitta is like a Balaka with the Paurusha Yatna. That Chitta Balaka has to be Palayet, means brought into the positive way of lifestyle. Shanaihi Shanaihi Nadrag. Don't fight with your own Chitta. Shanai Shanaihi Dhire Dhire. समता सांत्वनेन, थोड़ा थोड़ा करते हुए, जो थोड़ा किया है ना, उससे इंस्पिरेशन पाकर कि और भी मैं कर सकता हूँ, फिर उसको करके फिर से उसमें से, तो when the stuffed situation comes, samata. At the time of performance, santvana. After performance, look that you could see it, you could do it, then again take little more initiative. Every aspect. Write down the 10, 20, 30 things we have to do. Each one of them, thoda thoda. Let us say we have to do the japa. It can give us even moksha, Paramatma, utna shakti hai usme. But we are at the zero level. Therefore, Santa Santana Nadraga Shanai Shanaihi Chittabalakam Palayet. Paurushena Yatna. What is it? Chalo, 5 times take the name of the Lord. Om Namo Narayana. See, the mind which was never doing it, now we have made it to do 5 times. 3-4 दिन ऐसा करो. Then make it 11 times. Isn't it? Then make it 27 times. Then make one mala. Isn't it? Then 5 malas. इस तरह से. So too, the puja you have to do to invoke the God's grace. Never even sit there also. First, if your wife is doing puja, etc., sit there. Not your puja, Bhagavan ka. Give her the help. Or the husband is doing, you give him the help. Slowly, little by little, you also start doing. Shanai, Shanai, Chitta Balakam, Lalayat, or Palayat. धीरे धीरे, है ना, होले होले जो कहते हैं ना, हल्लू हल्लू. शनै शनै, यू नो. नहीं तो क्या करेगा वो चित्त, अपना पूरा दोस्त है ना जो नेगेटिविटी, उन सबको बुलाएगा, विलन्स को, फिर उसको हमको हरा ही देगा वो. फाइंड योर ओन टेक्निक्स. सी गीता आल्सो सेम. शनै शनै उपरमेत बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा न किंचिदपि चिन्तयेत् यतो यतो निश्चरति मनश्चञ्चलमस्थिरं ततस्ततो नियम्यैतत् आत्मनि एव वशं नयेत्. In this way, karte karte karte, we get stabilized in doing shubha, in spite of all the inner and outer ashubha coming. After some time, that ashubha force starts getting reduced. Shubha can be and should be intensified, deepened, to the point perfectly to be done. Any of sadhana, two we told you. So too, chanting of the mantras, reading of these Puranas, chanting of the stotras, coming to the class. 15 minute बैठो to begin with. See, learn from these YouTube fellows. They come for 5 seconds, 10 seconds. That is enough. उनके लिए उनका औकात इतना ही है. भगवान की कृपा होएगी, फिर कभी आएंगे तो 1 मिनट बैठेंगे, कोई 2 मिनट, कोई 3 मिनट देखकर देन दे से दी स्वामी से मैं ही ग्रेट हूँ, देन देखो हमें हो भी सकता है, व्हाई नॉट. शनै 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 शनै. And always effort is in improving only. Just like in the प्राइवेट जॉब्स, कैसे होते हैं बॉस लोग, है ना, कोई टारगेट देते हैं फॉर दी पीपल वर्क. अगर उसने वो टारगेट अचीव किया, दे विल इंक्रीज द टारगेट नेक्स्ट टाइम. एंड इंसेंटिव्स बोनस आल्सो दे गिव मोर, दे डोंट रिड्यूस इट. इन ऑल दिस सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट्स जो होते हैं ना, मेडिकल कहीं भी करो, तो दे हैव गिवन, लेट अस से, आई डोंट नो हाउ दे कैलकुलेटेड, भाई इस समय इस महीने तुम्हें 30 साल का टारगेट, 30,000 का टारगेट है सेल कराना अपना प्रोडक्ट. सो दिस फेलो ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस है, ओवर ही डज इट. मानो वो कहे अच्छा कर पाया तूने, मतलब इतना मार्केट है, कैपेसिटी है तुम्हारा, अब तुम अगले महीने 35,000 करो. दे इंक्रीज इट and you'll have to work. That's how they come to the bigger managerial levels. And it's an effortless thing as long as you are in the need of the job, you are in the profession. You have to always do it. It is a no stopping to it. That's how people really take up that and go on growing. वो लोग ये तो योग वास रामायण पिछले जन्म में सुने होंगे. That's why they don't give up. स्पिरिचुअल साधना में भी हमको ऐसा ही बढ़ाते ही जाना, घटाते नहीं जाना. एंड लाइक एनीवेयर इन मेनी ऑफ द गेम्स, वीडियो गेम्स वगैरह खेलते हैं. मैंने ज़िंदगी में कभी नहीं खेला, बट आइडिया कि देर आर राउंड्स. फर्स्ट राउंड इज सो इजी, सेकंड राउंड लिटिल टफ, थर्ड फोर्थ, इन द 10th राउंड कम्स इट इज़ बिग चैलेंजिंग. कोई भी हो, गाड़ी चलाने का हो, तीर मारने का हो, पिस्टल शूटिंग का हो, कुछ. In the same way, in our life too, the more subtler sadhanas we try to do, more deeper challenges, also from inside and outside, come. They come, must be prepared mentally. Why do they come? Should not they should be avoided? Don't ask this funny question. They are not answerable. Why not? How can a child ask, why are you giving such exam to me? It is not an exam somebody is putting on you. That's 100% wrong concept. It is a test to yourself about what you have studied. They are only the facilitators, the exam conducting body. है ना? Examination conducting people are only a facilitators to facilitate us, to test how much we have studied. That's कोई गवर्नमेंट वाले एग्जाम लगा रहे नहीं. ये गलत फहमी है, सबको ही होता है. 100%, 100% गलत है. How much you have studied, it is a test to yourself, but somebody helping you. Same way, these challenges, etc., are only test by ourselves, for ourselves. You take it that way. If you go on asking, मैंने अभी जीता ना, फिर से मेरे को क्यों कह रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं होता. Then you never be inspired. The cricket में और 3 बॉल इतना फेंका, he will be bent upon making you out only. You should protect, not getting out, and hit sixers and get the match won. In that way. This shloka, samata understood no? By being in the balanced mood, santvanena, by bringing always the glory of the goal about which you are convinced, ashu, means jab ka tab, na draga, without hurry, shanai, in small little doses, paurushena vayatnena, with our own purusha prayatna, palayet, should be bringing from the ashubha to the shubha, kisko? Chitta balakam. Children know how cutely the mothers know. Some of the mothers we have seen, even grandparents, इतना प्यार से बिठा के उसको मीठे मीठे शब्दों से उसको समझाते हैं. That child is lucky where such type of full of patience mother is there to answer his every question of him and to patiently, lovingly make him do positive, avoid negative. क्या किस्मत वाला है. And the mothers, if they are like themselves, are more rakshasa than children. That he did small little mistake and she bangs him. So slowly she is preparing a dushta rakshasa only to be taking avatar at the age of 14 or 15. उसके बाद वो घर रहेगा ही नहीं वो. He'll never care mother and father. They call, she's a rakshasi only. They tell others, my mother is a dushta, she will beat me always. So that she was doing from age 3 or 4. That time that fellow could not revolt. Now he will revolt. But the other mother, very lovingly telling. I know that is why Chitta is Balaka, Balaka is like Chitta. Both of them like same. प्यार से the mother has to tell. That's how she is meant for. That's why to become biological parents, anybody can. But to become real, bringing up the child parent, that is different. That is why it's called pay rent. You have to pay the rent of patience, pay the rent of perseverance, pay the rent of maturity, pay the rent of tolerance, pay the rent of faith and love for that child. इतना सारा पे रेंट करना पड़ता है इसलिए पे रेंट. वही लगाओ बीच में बस, PAYRENT. अच्छा लगा ना कि श्लोक समता सांत्वनेन आशु न द्राग इति शनैः शनैः पौरुषेण एव यत्नेन चित्त बालकं पालयेतु. Okay. Now the next shloka, same thing is bringing to our cognitions. These are all the psychological teachers जो होते हैं ना, counselors who counsel the psyche patients होते हैं ना, जिनका दिमाग को लॉट ऑफ काउंसलिंग रिक्वायर्ड है। ऐसा वाला काम यहाँ वशिष्ठ जी हम सब के लिए कर रहे हैं, है ना। चिल्ड्रन डोंट हैव गॉन टोटली अवे फ्रॉम द माइंड्स बैलेंस एंड बिकम मेंटल, उनको शायद हाउ टू डू भगवान की कृपा हो, बट देन द पीपल हु आर यंगस्टर्स हैबिचुएटेड टू नेगेटिव थिंग्स कैन बी चेंजेबल, है ना, उनको तो ये पार्ट बहुत मजा करेगा, बहुत मदद करेगा। दिस लॉजिकल एक्सप्लेनेशन एज श्री वशिष्ठ जी इज डूइंग, and we are all psychologically imbalanced in the way, instead of doing or spending our life for spiritual unfoldment for which we are given human life, we are only doing only those things by which we are destroying ourselves. कौन है हमारा एनिमी? हम ही है ना। हमको कोई सिखाने वाला काउंसलर चाहिए। द नेक्स्ट श्लोका इज ए बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल फॉर दैट। सुपर। He says, see, Vasanaughastvaya purvam abhyasena ghanikritah shubho vapyashubho vapi shubhamadya ghanikuru. See, shubho va api ashubho va, either shubha or ashubha, vasana ogaha, the flow of the vasanas, the quantity of the vasanas, tvaya, by you only, purva abhyasena, by your past abhyasa, ghani krutaha, you have made them strong, solidified. शुभ या अशुभ जो भी घनीकृत वासनाएं फिलहाल हमारे अंदर है, खुद तुमने पूर्वाभ्यास से किया। वासना होगा त्वया पूर्वाभ्यासेन घनीकृतः, शुभो वापि अशुभो वापि। Understand it. Then what to do now presently? Presently, Shubham Adya Ghani Kuru. Adya means from now onwards, you become, you solidify, you strengthen, you deepen the Shubha Vasanas by the Shubha Abhyasa. As simple as that. But it should click, that's it. That's why na, a person who wants to improve, to that people these things click. The one who is arrogant, justifying, केयरलेस अबाउट हिमसेल्फ, है ना, सच पीपल इतना बढ़िया सा ये थॉट मिस हो जाता। अगेन ये थॉट पढ़ाने वाले हमको कितने 10 जन्म के बाद मिलते हैं, एंड इन दिस 10 जन्म ऑल द नॉनसेंस वी कीप डूइंग विथ आवर एरोगेंस, एंड दैट बिकम्स वेरी पावरफुल अशुभ वासना अगेन। सो वासना ओघ, शुभ और अशुभ घनीकृतः by us पूर्वाभ्यासेन। अद्य शुभ शुभम घनीकुरु। बस राइट नाउ शुभ वासनाओं को बढ़ाते जाओ। Everywhere it is like that. By my effort only, all the bad friends I collected, who are only materialistic, who are only talk negative nonsense. My effort I have to do, by which the good friends I gather, isn't it? I only by my efforts made a habit of going to bad places. मुझे खुद ही सोचकर पॉजिटिव में जाने का सीखना है। Everywhere, like in TV, I only make habit to see only the negative programs of cinema, etc. nonsense. But in the very same TV, so many Mahatmas are giving us satsang, beautiful bhajans, kirtans, meditation sessions. Thousands of them are struggling. Lord is working through all of them to facilitate to us. मैं तो कहता हूँ ये यूट्यूब में, टीवी में जितने भी संत महात्मा आध्यात्मिक साधनाएं बता रहे, उन सबको प्रणाम बाबा। Everyone is innocently, as an instrument of the Lord, selflessly putting their efforts so much. Themselves doing sadhana, loving Sanatana Dharma, becoming instrument in the land of the Lord, taking initiative, giving the time of the life and energy, and doing this seva to us. You cannot just belittle it or disregard it. Just like the doctors studying for 10, 12 years, throughout the life, every day, 10 hours practicing, how many thousands of the patients they have cured from diseases and pains. We have to salute them. As much they deserve it. They're all physical doctors. These are all psychological doctors. भवरोग के वैद्य है सारे. So it is our choice to log on to those programs. They are very much available. ऐसा हर जगह पे देखो, every moment, even the eatables also. Ashubha bhojana of tamasic, rajasic. I only made a habit of it. Changing into Shubha is in my own hands. For the bodily safety, so to the mind intellect. Then ahara shuddha sattva shuddhi hi. Ahara shuddha hai, sattvic hai. So sattva the antakarna also becomes sattvic. Ahara is food, food from the all indriyas. आंखों से what you see, ears what you listen, nose what you smell, tongue what you taste. All of that decide your personality, our personality. जान कर ये अशुभ का आदत हमने बनाया. अशुभ वासना घनीकृत केन मया एव हौ अशुभ अभ्यास. अब शुभ अभ्यास करके शुभ वासना घनीकृत किसको करना है? मुझे करना. सी वासन औघः त्वया पूर्वम अभ्यासेन घनीकृतः शुभो वा अपि अशुभो वा शुभ मध्य घनीकुरु. अब बस भैया, अब जाकर के शुभ वासनाओं को घनीभूत बनाओ. And it is not that one class I told, one class you heard, one day you tried. Because I have to move ahead in the text. But the sadhana is not that one day done, chalo kal ka kya hai batao. It's not that. Once you started, throughout the life it has to be done of doing the ghani bhuta, ghani kruta of shubhavasanas. On that job all the time. You know, while doing our professional dharmas, while doing our samsara dharmas of whatever varnashram dharma, this sadhana also of molding our mind to be habitually shubha. And what is ashubha and what is shubha, I need not say. I already told you, with pancha jnanendriya, karmendriya and antakarana, what we do is in both paths, ashubha and shubha. Ashubha se shubha mein aa jao. The shubha is all adhyatmika and dharmika. And ashubha is all dharmic, papatmaka, which is against Shastra, which is the one which takes us to become Pashu and Dushta Rakshas. Asura karma, Daivi karma. Amanusha karma, Manusha karma. Negative values, positive values. Right? The beauty of this shloka. In this way, prag abhyasa vashad yata yada te vasanodayam tada abhyasasya sapalyam vidyitvam arimardhana. So he is strengthening the belief in us that what क्या कह रहे प्राग अभ्यास अवसाद. Like you have the strong vasanas now. Prag abhyasa vashad yata. It was because of the past vasanas. Therefore, what you have to believe in? In the abhyasa. Hmm. The abhyasa of the past, when it brought this chitta to be of that particular vasana. Therefore, have faith in the abhyasa that when you go on doing it, you can become positive again. अभ्यास के ऊपर भरोसा रखना, भरोसा के साथ अभ्यास करना, करते करते अभ्यास को आदत बनाना. अभ्यास इज प्रैक्टिस, है ना. द एंटायर स्पिरिचुअल साधना, ओके, if at all has to be told or asked, depends on, relies on one word. If you ask, that one word is called abhyas. You know, like I'll tell you little bit today, little more tomorrow on this. देखो, in Gita and all Shastras, we have 4 yogas predominantly told. Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Do you know in Gita, Bhagavan told many other yogas. Like in 3rd chapter, 2nd chapter, Samatva Yoga, Karmasu Kushalam Yoga, है ना. Yoga Karmasu Kushalam, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate, ityadi. But in the 8th chapter, one thing he told, very powerful. What is it, you know? Abhyasa Yoga. Abhyasa Yoga. Means what? Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, you know it, na? You anyway know. But then Abhyasa itself is a yoga. In fact, This Abhyasa Yoga is the yoga which makes us do positively, successfully the other yogas. Isn't it? Abhyasa Yoga is the one which makes us do other yogas. Abhyasa Yogena Chetasa Tata Mam Ichaptam. No, Gita 12th chapter also. Abhyasa Yogena Tadaha Mama Aptumicha Dhananjaya. Abhyasa means asa means to be staying in that position. Abhi again and again, again and again. And two most prominent places where about the Abhyasa spoken is one, again, same similar motar. 6th chapter when Arjuna asks how to control the chitta. Only two things Bhagavan said. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena. Through viveka, vairagya, and then through abhyasa, putting the chitta in positive. That's the only way that you can control your chitta. And the entire yoga darshanam, the whole yoga darshanam of 190 whatever the sutras of 4 padas, सब का सब जो उत्तम अधिकारी के लिए 2 साधनाएं बताएं, उनमें से फर्स्ट साधना अभ्यास यही है. अभ्यास वैराग्याभ्याम तत्चित्त निरोध. This one thing, if it clicks, that with abhyasa we can go on doing negative and destroy ourselves. With abhyasa we can go on doing positive and evolve ourselves. Therefore, let me do the positive abhyasa. This one thing is enough to save us. The power of practice, the power of repetition. When a negative things बार बार repeat करते हो addict, first it becomes a habit, then it becomes an addiction, then we become totally lost in it. पॉजिटिव भी वैसा ही है, करते करते. अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते. अभ्यास योगेन मामाप्तुमिच्छ धनंजय. देन पुरुषस्य परपार्थ भक्त्या लभ्यस्त्वन्यान्या. नहीं, अभ्यास योगेन तथा मामिच्छाप्तुम. अभ्यास योगेन. So in 4-5 places Gita mein Bhagavan talks about abhyasa as a yoga. अभ्यास योग युक्तेन चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं याति पार्थानुचिन्तयन्. One of the days we discussed on it in our morning class in last 1 week only. So Rama have trust on the power of practice, that in the past without wisdom he went on practicing, that became a strong vasana. Right now, even though you are at zero level, your mind, start trusting the abhyasa shakti and keep on doing the abhyasa shanai shanai. This positive also becomes your effortless habit. Effortless habit. With this, we'll stop today. Prag, pehle, abhyasavashat, because of the relentless practice, te vasana udayam yata. The particular vasana has become strong in you. Tad, therefore, the remover of the enemy is you remove the enemy of the Shubha Vasana by strengthening the Shubha Vasana by abhyasa. It is in your hands. Then picturize. You and I, the exercise for us is what? After 8 years, 10 years, what we want to be spiritually at the highest stage. For that, अवश्य अभ्यास करते जाना. You want Sanskrit knowledge, mastery, अभ्यास करो. You want to learn by heart Gita and all other Shastras, अभ्यास करो. You want to do the dhyana ityadi, अभ्यास करो. You want to do the Shastra pravachanam, अभ्यास करो. Anything, you want to be a great puja doer, अभ्यास करते जाओ. कितना महान. कि 7-8 years बाद, when you are doing puja, Ganapati is coming and sitting and receiving your puja. उतना शक्ति होता है अभ्यास का. Visualize that state and keep on doing. Once we stick to abhyasa, then the perfection in that abhyasa. following all the guidelines, rules, regulations strictly. They're all going without saying. अभ्यास कहे तो it's not a mechanical अभ्यास, not a careless one, not without following the rules. No, अभ्यास के अंतर्गत ये सब आ जाते है ना. Like the army, every day they do अभ्यास. That means every day they get up, every day they wear that shoe and all heavy. Every day they take the rifle, every day they go to that range, every day they do that shooting, trying. हर दिन अभ्यास में perfection होना है. Otherwise, the most dangerous thing is what? Negative चीज का अभ्यास होता है. What is the negative is doing the things mechanically. फिर उससे फिर बाहर आना और मुश्किल है. So let us be full in our understanding, clear in our understanding, sincere in our understanding, serious in our practice. We have 8-9 more mantras. Let us see if we can see them tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane SHRUTHI Namo Tatsat Brahma Arpanamastu. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, वशिष्ठ भगवान की जय. अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय कथं वैराग्येण च गृह्यते. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम्. मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः. भूमिरापो अनलो वायुः. ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति तमेव भान्ति तस्य भासा. नारायणाय विदासत नमो ब्रह्मांडे मंगलम गुरुदेव. बोल श्री सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्र की जय. श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम. अम्बे अम्बे श्री आदिपराशक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मुमुक्ष मुक्तगण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन निधान की जय. समस्त निरंतर श्रोतागण की जय. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स. जॉइन एवरी डे. ओम श्री रामाय नमः. Join in 5 minutes for our आत्मबोध इत्यादि.